Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of One Trick Wednesday! This first game will be on Abyssal Reef, the ladder edition between Shub and AR Thunder. And let's get right on into it. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the red Terran player. It is AR Thunder. And in the top left side of the map, we have the blue Terran player, Shub. So this is One Trick Wednesday. If this is your first time here, first of all, go ahead and pull up a chair. Put your feet up, grab a magazine, make yourself at home. Do people actually still have magazines anymore? Outside of like dentists and doctors' offices, that's where I generally see them these days. But yes, this is where I challenge my subscribers to a challenge. I don't know how else to say that, but I challenge them to do something weird. And this challenge was base race. Force a base race with your opponent. That's what we're looking at here. So this is going to be the first game of this One Trick Wednesday. The next challenge will be announced at the end of the video. There was a poll. A lot of you voted in it. Thank you for participating in the democratic process. It was a close race, but there is a definite winner. So again, look to the end of this cast to see who won. I'll also have a link in the description of this video so you can vote on what the next One Trick Wednesday will be after this one. Actually, after that one. We're kind of keeping one ahead here. So double refinery from Shub, single refinery out of AR Thunder, walling off his front as well, which is, I don't know, it's generally fine against Terran. I guess on this map there isn't a whole lot of, actually there are spaces wherein the Reaper can hop up. So never mind. You can't really wall that off and make sure Reapers can't get in. But both players are walling off at the front. Factory coming in here from Shub, so likely going to be some kind of a cyclone. Maneuver here, if you will. Command center coming up. I am really curious to see how you guys interpret the challenge to force a base race. I mean, what I'd have to assume, what I would do, I guess, now that I'm thinking about it for the first time, is I'd put my army like right up here. If I was on my blue player, Shub, just put it right up here and wait for the red army to show up at my front door and then just move in. And at that point, his army is up here in the top left, yours is in the bottom right. It's a base race. Nobody can really come back home and do anything about it. And I think that works out. So we'll see how these players manage to do this, how they want to fulfill the terms of the engagement, terms of the challenge. And again, I'm not entirely sure which one of these players submitted this replay, so I don't know who's trying to make it happen and who's just trying to play StarCraft 2. Because that's what you do. Oh, no, it's a misdropped mule from AR Thunder. Oh, no. He tried to drop him on a mineral patch and missed, and now he's just sitting there. The mule's like, you know, generally I know what to do if you drop me on a mineral patch, but if you drop me 1 pixel off, I'm just going to sit here and look at the minerals, which are very beautiful and very pretty. The SCV is doing a lot of hard work. Good job, SCVs. I can cheerlead you if you want. Give me an S. S. Give me a C. C. Give me a V. V. What's that spell? SCV. Oh, he's getting to work now. Get to work, says AR Thunder. I do not pay you to cheerlead. Although the SCVs did improve in their efficiency by about 32% while that mule was cheering them on. That is a total fact from Falcon Paladin. Expansion on the way from AR Thunder. Shub himself is getting up. There's that cyclone with that double gas opening and a medevac coming in and some marines. So it's a straight up, it's going to be a marine. There is a Reaper here for Shub. It's just kind of hanging out though. Should we? Sure. Should we name this guy? I don't really like naming these dudes in compilations, especially since he's not moving out. We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. Reapers are for early game harassment and storytelling when things can be a little bit boring, but that is not what this game is. Ooh, new Marauder skin. Look at that. Look at that sexy, sexy Marauder skin here. They got, like, they're glowy, and they look so dang angry, and they're huge, too. I didn't realize how much taller they are than Marines. They're like a head or a head and a half taller than Marines. Plus, they got that tank on the back that kind of sticks up as well. Very nice. Very nice. So here comes the drop from Shub. He's got Cyclones moving on in the expansion on the way from AR Thunder, and AR Thunder moving out with Marines and Marauders. And it looks like, yeah, looks like we're going to do this. The drop from Shub's coming across the top of the map and swinging down into the main base of AR Thunder, while AR Thunder is taking the bottom section of the map and heading to the left side. So yeah, this timing's going to work out pretty darn well. Our Terran player moving in with his Cyclones. I just don't know if Cyclones have enough DPS to really compete with Marines and Marauders. I mean, they're good. They're good against armored structures, but there's only 2 of them. They're kind of outnumbered. At that, if there were 3 or 4 Cyclones, I'd feel better about his chances. But here we go, dropping right behind this mineral landing, going after the SCVs. They do extra damage versus armored, and these aren't armored. They're mechanical, but that doesn't matter in this situation. And the SCVs immediately just run for it. They can't do anything against these Cyclones. They can't kill them. If they got a surround, maybe they could. AR Thunder says, I can't go home. I can't go home again. So he's pushing right on into this natural base of Shub, killing the few Marines that remain at the front door of that natural base, and the Marines at the top of this ramp as well. Don't walk into him. All right, so walked into him, got right on top, lost a few Marines unnecessarily, but outnumbered the blue Terran player. Our Reaper died pretty much instantly there, and here we go. Cyclones trying to get all the Marines that come out. AR Thunder is just basically making Marines. Oh, that head flew right off that Marine, and trying to get him across the map as soon as possible. SCV is joining the fight for AR Thunder, and there's a Raven on the way from Shub. A Raven could be interesting if he can make it out here. A tank's on the way as well, but it's just a little bit too late. Too many Marines, too many Marauders for that tank to really do anything at this point. The Cyclones straight up trying to kill as many Marines as possible, going after buildings at the same time, and that's it. A good game out of Shub. Shub is defeated, and AR Thunder is victorious. Just really, I want to say he out-macroed his opponent. He just had more Marines and more Marauders compared to Shub's attempt to get Ravens, attempt to get tanks. It just really benefited AR Thunder's decision to go for very low econ, very low, cheap units and get them across the map as soon as possible. No medevac support. That actually slowed down Shub as well. But man, I mean, he had it on... Could he have lifted his orbital command maybe and floated it down here before the Marines noticed what was going on? That would have been worth a shot, I have to say. But in the end, the base race is completely and entirely won by AR Thunder. So congratulations to him. Let's move on into game number 2 of this One Trick Wednesday in just a second. Welcome back, StarCraft fans, to One Trick Wednesday, brought to you by Falcon Paladin. This is the base race edition, and this is game number 2. In the bottom right side of Newkirk Precinct, we have the red Terran player. It is Swarlos. And in the bottom left side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player. It is Predator Toss. Ooh, scary stuff there. A little Archon spinning logo. Good times, good times. So a Terran versus Protoss here in game number 2, not just Terran versus Terran. Like in game number 1, we should see some interesting stuff here. Let's just say that based on some things that I heard from my screeners about it. All right, so let's go ahead. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to speed it up. We're going to speed it up here in the early game here just because we're not really here to see the early game. We're not here to see early harass. We kind of want to get to the point where it's clear it's going to be a base race and then move on from there. So Swarlos moving on across the map, likely going to throw down a proxy of some kind here. Has a double refinery back home. And here it is. Proxy barracks coming up at like a 5th base location for Predator Toss. If this game would ever get to that point, then this would be a 5th base for Predator Toss, but it's far away. It is far away from the Protoss player. I really like, I don't know, I guess putting your barracks here at this 3rd base location just north of the natural for the Protoss is a little better, a little bit closer, but more likely to be scouted, I guess. So a safer location is here. Barracks tossing on a reactor. Factory coming up immediately for a Swarlos. We've got double gateways here for Predator Toss. We've got Cybernetics Core getting Warp Gate Research, and double assimilator here as well. So 1 base openers from both of these players. Oh, a Stalker out. A Stalker for Predator Toss. That could be really good. Unless this is some kind of a double Cyclone play, which would be really great against Stalker openings from our Protoss player. So hopefully that's not... Oh, it's double Widow Mines. What? Double Widow Mine opening here from Swarlos and Widow Mine Rush. Oh, and it's not a robotics facility. It's a Twilight Council here for Predator Toss. Ooh. I don't know if he's going to have any detection at all when these Widow Mines show up. Okay, let's slow it down because we're actually getting into the meat of this replay. 3 minutes and 31 seconds, and Blinks being researched. Fine, Blink Stalkers are really fun, but against Widow Mines, which they can't see, not the greatest. So burrowing both the Widow Mines in the natural base location of Predator Toss. I don't go up the ramp, man. Go up the ramp and burrow if you get seen. Be brave. Be brave, Widow Mines. That's what I recommend that you do. Factory swapping over to another reactor. Is this just mass Widow Mine? Swarlos? Yes, in fact it is going to be mass Widow Mine out of Swarlos. This barracks is just continuing to make reactors, and that's another barracks coming up for Swarlos though, so maybe he's going to get some Marines to set up here as well. Maybe try to bait the Stalkers in. This is a 1 base Blink Stalker attack out of Predator Toss, which could be pretty fantastic. Chrono boosting out this, this Blink Research. It's a really long upgrade though. 121 in-game seconds is a ton of in-game seconds. Is that the most? I guess outside of carriers are a lot, and Tempest too. But I mean, as far as upgrades are concerned, this might be one of the longest upgrades in the game. Somebody should make a chart. Tank on the way, Marines on the way. All right, so Swarlos getting Marines, getting tanks, getting Widow Mines setting up here at the front door of the Protoss player. Protoss player is not scouting in the least. has not even attempted to leave his front. I don't know how players play like this. I get so paranoid if I don't know what the other player is doing, if I have no idea, period, what they're doing. I worry this stuff is happening, and then I'm not ready for it. As, here we go, lesson learned, man. Any robotic facilities yet? Nope. Any forges yet? Nope. Predator Toss is just straight up going for Blink Stalker. Blink is done, right? He's doing pretty well. He's got 12 Blink Stalkers at 5 minutes, which is a nice, hefty attack against Terran. Liberators coming in as well for Swarlos. Holy shamoly. Marines trying to come up the ramp, and Stalker's going to chase them down. Oh, right into these Widow Mines, though. Wha-bam! Wha-bam! Oh, 4 Widow Mines firing. 5 Widow Mines firing on the Stalkers, killing how many of them? 6 of them die. The remainder of them say it's time to go. It is time to go. We took severe casualties from those Widow Mines. Who got the credit for the kills? 2, 2, 1, 1. It spread out the credit for the kills very nicely. 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. Huh. Wait, 2, 2, 1, 1? No, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1 is what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that makes sense. The math adds up. Stalkers here. Marines coming up. Don't be baited this time. Don't be baited down into the... Don't you do it, Stalkers. You stay, Stalkers. Okay, that went really poorly. This Terran player is just baiting Stalkers into Widow Mines. It's kind of interesting. All right, Stalkers have shown up. Unfortunately, Swarlos has nothing back at home, so behold... Lo and behold, it is the base race. Oh, the Liberator comes out. Well, there are Stalkers right there, though. Kill the Liberator. Kill the Liberator. You guys are right here, man. Kill the Liberator. Liberator getting some nice kills off on these Stalkers, though. Dude, there we go. Blinking out after losing a couple of their number more than they should have. And there we go. Starport's gone. That's all there is. Back home for Swarlos. Marines are here. They're trying to kill pylons. They're trying to kill probes. There's a Liberator set up on this mineral field as well. Has so many kills. 6 kills, 7 kills, 8 kills, 9 kills, 10 kills. Gonna get all the kills in the entire world. One of the more successful Liberators we've ever seen in our entire lives of this game. It's gonna be Marines, and Marines are really good at base racing, you guys. Like, incredibly good at base racing. A pylon is coming up here for Predator Toss, so he does have a building away from his main, which is good, because his main is just in shambles right now. I really don't see... Oh, unless these Blink Stalkers can get some damage done against... Oh, might kill the Liberator. Marines coming from the backside, trying to make sure that doesn't happen a little bit too easily. And the Liberator's gone. Stalker pays for it with his life, though. Subconsciously, I feel like Stalkers are female. I don't know what it is. They don't sound like females. They're like, from the shadows I come. And yeah, final Stalker dies. That's it. The Marines have full reign over this main base of Predator Toss. Some Adepts come in. There's only 3 of them, though, compared to 14 Marines. Yep, not fantastic, but the Stalker is doing super well here against Swarlos' stuff. The natural base of Swarlos lifted up and flew over here to his 5th base location, kind of in the middle and the top and the right side of the map. So I think, I don't know, did the pylons see this? Did Predator Toss's pylons see that one? I don't actually know. Stalkers continuing to kill supply depots. I mean, you've killed what you know is the remaining base of your opponent. Well, no, he saw there was an expansion here, so he knows there are some additional bases out there. The Marines don't have stim or anything, so they're just kind of shooting away, not taking drugs, not being healed at all. Their DPS is lowered quite a bit because they don't have that upgrade. The Marines kind of prioritize their targets, trying to kill pylons, right, to depower things, which makes a lot of sense to me. I mean, not that Predator Toss has enough money to do anything. He's got 45 minerals in the bank. Predator Toss has been revealed, which means this one pylon is all that is left here. And how many Stalkers can defend it? 7 Stalkers versus 20 Marines and 7 Widow Mines. Not looking good. Not looking good, man. The Stalkers are looking for that other command center. They don't know about this one up here, though, Swarlos is building. On the top side, like around the 7th base that Predator Toss would take on the left side of the map. So it's definitely the Protoss side of things. Oh, Stalkers, why are you going the wrong ways to find... Under siege. Yes, it's definitely under siege. Can't argue with that. Widow Mine's here to defend the expansion of Swarlos at his 5th base location. Stalkers, do they want to fight these Marines? You know what? Without Widow Mine support, it seems like a pretty good idea. Pretty good idea. They are blink... Oh, they're Blink Stalkers, though. You can blink out of Widow Mine attacks, can't you? I feel like you can blink out of Widow Mine attacks if you are good enough. Not that these players are GM or anything, but... you see the Widow Mine attack, you blink out of it. You can make them kind of dry fire. All right, here we go. Stalkers versus Marines. A lot of Marines are in trouble, blinking on top of them and actually picking off the Marines. Wow, super handily. Did not lose a single Stalker in that engagement. Blinking forward, and now the Marine count is down. Oh, it's down to 9. How are... Okay, there's more. 9 more Marines. All right, so good job, Stalkers. You have another uphill battle to climb. Uphill battle? Uphill to climb uphill battle ahead of you. Let's say uphill battle ahead of you. Sure, that makes a lot of sense. Stalkers coming into the 7th base. Accidentally going to find Swarlos' super secret base first, which is great. But oh, this pylon is toast. Nope, the Marines found secret pylon. It was being revealed though, so not super impressive. And that's it. Predator Toss is out, and Swarlos is victorious. Are we still? Who's still here? Why haven't you left? Swarlos doesn't want to go home. All right, so I'm going to do that and do that. All right, so that's it for game number 2. That was pretty good. That was pretty good little proxy stuff. And the Terran player did kind of get a better composition, I'd say, against the Stalkers, even though the Stalkers did incredibly well. I mean, really well here in this game. Resources lost about 6,000, 7,000 for the Protoss player, and about 4,800 for the Terran, so just more cost efficient overall, definitely. 15 Stalkers died, 19 Marines died. A lot of those Stalker devs were walking into Widow Mines at the bottom of this ramp, which was just... that hurt, and I'm not even a Protoss player, so... All right, so that's it for game number 2. We'll come back with game number 3 in just a second. Welcome back, StarCraft fans, to game number 3 of the one-trick compilation based on base racing. This will be a game between Nob Diplomacy and Mouseman on Abyssal Reef, the latter edition. It is a ZVP. In this one, very excited, in the bottom right side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Mouseman. And in the top left side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player. It is No Diplomacy, which, I don't know, does that mean he does throw out the good luck? So that's, I mean, that seems pretty diplomatic. If you ask me, again, we're going to speed it up. We're going to speed it at the beginning because this is a longer replay. I did get a glimpse at the timer on this one, so I know how long it is. But, yeah, we just don't care about the early game stuff. We'll see. We'll see what these players decide to do. It is a hatch first out of a Mouseman and a 1 gateway opening from No Diplomacy, so nothing too crazy yet. At this point in time, a probe is scouting, which I always like to see. It seems like Protoss players do that the most. They probe scout, I guess maybe because they kind of feel like they're on their back foot in the current patch where they have to know what the other player is doing or they're just in a terrible position. And I mean, I just feel like everybody should feel that way. Opinions of some pro players notwithstanding, especially at the lower levels, knowing what your opponent is doing is invaluable. Double gas on the way from Mouseman, spawning pool on the way. Nexus coming up as well. Wow, it is really fast to commentate games this way. At ×2 speed. There's that second assimilator. There's a pylon. Yep, this is very standard opening out of No Diplomacy. Going to make an adept for some level of harassment. Mouseman should make some lings and a couple queens to deal with it, and really that should be all she wrote. Adept moving on across the map. Let's see if we can follow her in super fast speed. Oh, she's not moving. Oh, she's standing at the top of her ramp to see if lings come in. And you know what? Lings are coming in. So here we go. Are the lings just kind of waiting? The lings are just kind of waiting, and they're going to walk past the adept. There's 2 adepts now. They're just, I think these are scouting lings. They can't kill anything before the adepts catch them. Look how fast they are, even without speed. And they're dead. Completely dead. I mean, they scouted the Stargate, which is great. Stargate opening here out of No Diplomacy, seen by the Zerg player. A Spore Crawler would be amazing, dude. Roach Warren, fine. Adepts coming in. He did see a certain number of adepts here, more than 1, which I guess means you need a Roach Warren. I don't know. Phoenix opening out of No Diplomacy, not making an Oracle at all. Lings surrounding these adepts, and they're transferring back and forth between bases again. There are enough speedlings to just take them out though, and yeah, the adepts are completely gone. Huh. Alright, so again, nobody really getting the upper hand at this point. Resources lost is 300 to 175. The Zerg players lost a little bit more, but doesn't really matter. Wait, is that what I saw there? Yeah, Zerg player lost actually a little bit less now. It's 300 versus 275. Protoss player has lost more. Phoenix flying in for No Diplomacy. Robotics facility, follow up here from No Diplomacy as well. This kind of speeds up the early game, you guys. Maybe, I don't know, we should do more of this. Phoenix does kill an Overlord, doesn't even really try to run. There's Spore Crawlers up in both of the mineral lines, taking the 3rd base now is Mouseman, and a 3rd Nexus on the way from No Diplomacy, really ahead of the Zerg player economically right now, which is where you want to be. If you are a Protoss player. Observers on the way out of that robotics facility from No Diplomacy. So many speedlings. So many speedlings from Mouseman, though. Alright, so they got Stalkers on the ground, got an Adept on there, and got a Sentry on the ground. I just kind of feel like the Lings are going to do a little bit better here, and they come right on in. Try to get surrounded on these units. These Stalkers are all going to die. The Sentry's going to die as well. Adepts are completely dead. Mothership Core trying to do what she can, and a little late on the Photon Overcharge, but that's fine. Phoenix trying to harass the 3rd base. Don't really do much damage there either. I mean, how many kills does this pylon have? 0 kills. 6 kills on the mothership core, though. Man, that was a lot of dead Zerglings. 40 Lings have died in this game. Are you kidding? Resources lost, 1,300 for the Zerg, and about 1,150 for the Protoss. And by about, I mean exactly that number. Adepts rolling in. I feel like I'm the Micro Machine, man. Oh, the Spore Caller does take down the Observer. Adepts here at the third base just laying waste, though. Absolutely nothing here anymore for the Zerg player at all. Adepts heading on back home, worried about a Ling counterattack, and they just really shouldn't have, because the Lings are here playing defense with Banelings at the natural base. So the third base is alive. The Adepts abandon it, worried about a Ling counterattack, and I don't know if that was the right decision or not. You could have left really at any time. I don't know. We got a nice wall off here with gateways protecting this third base from an attack from the center position. The right side's kind of wide open, but that's where a lot of Adepts and Stalkers are, with a photon overchargeable pylon here as well. Ooh, okay. Colossus here with extended thermal lance. I like what you're doing, Protoss player, against this very Ling-heavy composition from Mouseman. He's getting +2 melee attack, +1 missile attack as well. Getting a fourth base now after losing all that stuff, after losing 5 probes and a queen. I guess it wasn't that much at the third at the time. It's now 63 to 60 harvesters. Mouseman has a very nice lead. Well, not very nice. It's a nice lead on the Protoss player. +1/+1 on the way for No Diplomacy. Now getting his forges here about 10 minutes in. It's a little bit late. Little tiny bit late, it seems, but that's okay. First Colossus is out for No Diplomacy. That extended thermal lance about complete as well. And here come Lings and Banelings with +1/+1 already complete. Baneling speed is done as well. Coming up this left, far left side. Oh, this little narrow gap between the potential third base, which No Diplomacy has not taken, and his natural base is completely wide open. You have to wall this, players, Terran players, Protoss players, because this stuff happens. Lings rolling on in here to this natural base. There's nothing to stop them from doing this. So, all right. Goodbye, everybody. Oh, yeah, Banelings taking out a Colossus. I don't know if that was a fair trade. That was a lot of dead exploded Banelings there. So Lings trying to knock stuff down here at the natural base. They're all going to die. The whole army for the Protoss player is here. Banelings rolling in. Look how slow they're moving now. Getting the... Oh, trying to get the robotics bay. Can't quite do it. And all the Lings are gone. 71 dead Zerglings. Yikes. Yikes. 4,300 resources lost for the Zerg compared to 2,400 for the Protoss. And is it time to move out? I think it's time to move out for No Diplomacy here. So here he comes. He knows he's on top. It's 159 to 127 total supply. 56 to 73 harvesters, though. Mouseman has a lot. He's got a Hive on the way. He's got a Spire on the way. He's got Neural Parasite on the way. He has a Lurker Den as well. I'm pretty sure I saw that in the production tab. Yes, indeed. There's a Lurker Den there. Banelings trying to roll on into No Diplomacy's natural base. The probes for a second went the wrong way. Oh my gosh, no! Oh, the probe does, and trying to take down the Nexus as well. Can't quite do it, but suddenly it's 42 to 73 total harvesters. 25 probes have been killed in this game compared to 5 drones that have lost their lives. And again, I think it's time to go No Diplomacy. This Zerg player is basically trusting a lot on the Lings and the Banelings that are dead to do, I think, more damage than they've done. If I were the Zerg player, I wouldn't feel good about what I've done so far. This army is really big. There are so many Colossus, and if your answer as Zerg is going to be Hydralisk, I just don't know. Yes, they have 90 hit points, which is fine. Like, I'm not going to complain about the 90 HP, but if it comes down to a Colossus Stalker army against Hydra, I'm going to throw down my money on the Colossus Stalker army, especially since +1/+1 is done. Extended Thermal Lance is done, working on +2 attack as well here. 23 Lurkers in production, though, for Mouseman. What? Oh my gosh. I've never seen 23 Lurkers, I don't think. All right, so Stalker's coming in. Colossus coming in as well. The Mouseman's attempt at a 5th base, canceling it immediately. High ground harassment on the 4th base with these Colossus. Stalker's going after the 3rd base here once again. Lurkers trying to get into position to defend, and you know what? I think they're going to do okay. They at least force the Protoss army back, which they don't want to deal with this many Lurkers. It's bad. Lings here to assist a little bit as well. Take out a couple Stalkers as they retreat, really hurting Stalkers. Stalkers are armored. Lurkers do extra damage versus armored, and they have +1 missile attack done. +2 is about 60% complete. And here we go. I mean, the Lurkers kind of moving out. Some of them are moving out. 9 of them are moving out. A lot of them are still here. Many of them are still defending this 3rd base, which is fine. I mean, yes, the 5th base got canceled, but not a huge deal. 4th base is up and running for no diplomacy, though. Lings just, they have no reason to live and ran themselves into a Colossus Stalker army by themselves. Again, Zerglings and Colossus are just, I mean, they're as much of a rock meets scissors situation as you're ever going to see. Probe trying to take a 5th base. Nope, not going to happen there. Did I say the 5th base was up and running? It is. That's a 6th base attempt. Okay, 6th base attempt. Lurkers. Oh, he did wall off this little narrow neck that leads in to his natural base, but these gateways are going to fall hard to this number 9 Lurkers with +1 attack. And a pylon dies as well. Who wants to come in here? Says Mouseman, and no diplomacy says, no, I'm not interested. Not interested in doing that. I'm gonna speed it up. Speed it up again here. This game is a little bit longer than the first 2, as you may have noticed, but pretty good one so far. Pretty good back and forth. Who's gonna complain about this, especially with this many Lurkers on the ground? Lings again trying to knock down the wall leading into no diplomacy's 5th base. They might get a gate or a warp gate. They get a warp gate. That's great. Walking into this mineral line, killing a couple probes, but that's about it. Again, the whole army responding for a few Lings is really buying Mouseman the time that he needs to do this thing. So, Stalkers and Colossus here to take out rocks, possibly. Oh, Nidus Worm. Where is that thing? Nidus Worm coming up inside of the main base. Giant shark flying across the map right in front of our camera. And here it is. Lurkers coming in. This is going to be our base race scenario, I think. Lurkers, so many Lurkers. What is going on here? That is a lot of the Lurkers. That's a whole page +1 of Lurkers. That's like 25 Lurkers. The Stalker Colossus army, though, really having a great time at the 3rd base of Mouseman, completely destroying that one. But the main base is just gone. It's just gone for no diplomacy. Lurkers are so good against building. They have Hydras to defend here as well, in case there are a lot of Phoenix around to lift the Lurkers and cause problems for them. So yes, the Hydras are all about that. Lurkers burrowing themselves in places close to the natural base now. Lings rolling around. It is their time to shine. Apparently, trying to take out this 5th base of no diplomacy. The Protoss army is just unstoppable, though, down in Zergland. A Corruptor comes out, immediately dies to all of these Stalkers, who do have +2 attack and +2 armor, which is amazing. The 4th base gonna fall. The natural base is gone for Mouseman. The 3rd base for no diplomacy getting ripped apart to shreds by these Lurkers as well. Do they have this 9 range on the Lurker and 7 range on the cannon? Why can't they see the cannon? Is it a vision thing? I guess they can't see the cannon. It's up on a hill. Anyway, a lot of stuff happening. Production, not so much. Let's go to the units tab and kind of count what we're dealing with here. So it is definitely base race time. Main base is pretty much all that's left here for Mouseman, except for this Nidus Worm. Do those count as buildings for base races? I don't actually know. Lurkers going to town on the remaining gateways that no diplomacy has. There's very little blue left here, except for this base along the left side for no diplomacy, which hasn't been scouted, and one that he's trying to sneak down here as well in the bottom left corner of the map. The hive explodes in the shower of blood. Spire gonna die as well. A lot of drones here. Did you have a Nidus network you could retreat into? Is that something that was an option? Because if it was, I kind of feel bad for you drones. You're all just going to die needlessly. Infestation Pit is dead. Extractor's dead. Mouseman has not rebuilt their base and is being entirely revealed here. Observer for no diplomacy. Oh, clutch Observer. Okay, there are 2. There are 2 observers with the Protoss army, which is what they need if they're going to deal with these Lurkers. They don't have the immortal count, though. But, okay, so 9 range on the Colossus and 9 range on the Lurkers. So I don't know. I feel like the Colossus have an advantage regardless. Oh, Lings find no diplomacy's base down here, and that's it! Oh, no diplomacy is defeated, and Mouseman is victorious. That was all that was left. All that was left for no diplomacy was this little sneaky nexus. He was trying to sneak in the bottom left corner of the map, and that's it. So that was close. That was a very close base race. I mean, that ended up being a Nidus network and 2 Spore Crawlers remaining for Mouseman. That's close. That's one of the closer ones you're ever going to get. Okay, so that was a good submission. That was a good one for sure. So what should the Protoss player have done differently is my question. I feel like the Protoss player could have split up some units, possibly trying to sneak around the Lurkers. This Nidus network wasn't defended towards the end of the game. Could have peeled off a few Stalkers to get rid of this thing, especially after the Zerg player was revealed. Right, because at that point, no diplomacy saw what was going on, saw it. Where the heck are these spore crawlers they were talking about earlier? Or the structures tab was telling me about. Oh, okay, they're just kind of here in the middle of nowhere. I guess by where the third base used to be. But anyway, I mean, peel off, kind of pick those off. The lurkers weren't defending them, and having a whole army to take out the main base seemed a little bit overkill if you're trying to win a base race. So, good job by the lurker player. Didn't necessarily defend as well, but it's kind of worked out that he managed to find the nexus. Had lings, which are great for scouting the map for additional bases for your opponent. Just a really wonderful tool you want to use if you're a Zerg player. Stalkers, again, pretty good for that, but no diplomacy did not use them in that way. All right, so that's going to be it for game number 3. We'll come back with game number 4 in just a second. Welcome back to game number 4 of the Cheese compilation, everybody. This is going to be a game between Prometheum and My Sick Nisset on Belcher Vestige, the Ladder Edition. In the top left side of the map, as we speed the game up, is the red Zerg player, Prometheum. And in the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player, My Sick Nisset. I have no idea what that is. It might be obscene in some way, so we're going to call him My Sick from now on. Kind of ignore the last part, which I don't recognize what that is. Pool first, out of Prometheum. Pool first into an extractor. Perhaps worried about being cannon rushed, but your worry is kind of unfounded, as that is a gateway coming up from My Sick. Mr. Prometheum's checking everywhere for pylons. Dude, this guy has been cannon rushed. This guy has been cannon rushed. Look at him check everywhere possible for proxies and pylons and cannons. And no, dude, it's fine. It's fine. You can expand. I know you've been hurt. I know you've been hurt. Look at him go. Just look, man. Just go. If you're going to make this much effort, just go scout your opponent's base. You'll know if they're missing buildings, right? You'll know if they're missing pylons. And you can tell this dude... anything over here. He scouted the whole top half of the map, is what he did, except for this very middle area, which is about the Protoss player. I'd probably play stuff here, apparently. And actually expands down here. So double hatch expand at 2.5 minutes out of our Zerg player after getting that early pull down. So feels, I mean, if your opponent's not proxying, go for double expand, huh? I guess that's the idea. Second Nexus on the way from My Sick here. Got Zealots out. Mr. My Sick got a Cybernetics core, got a Forge, not really doing much of anything else. So this tells me this is probably a lower level replay. I didn't really look at the loading screen to tell you what the borders are. And apparently the borders are giant liars anyway. Somebody was like, yo Falcon, the borders just show your highest rank with whatever race you're best with. So like if you're a Diamond Terran player and you basically show up on Protoss where you're a bronze level player, your border loads as diamond, which I think they should fix that. That's probably something that is a feature that they should do. Whoa, here we go. Double Stargate out of My Sick here. Excellent. Excellent. Double Stargate. Lobby stuff is always good. All right, you got double assimilators here at your main. That's good. Double assimilator at your natural would also be very helpful, Mr. My Sick, in order to get enough gas to do this. You have almost 400 gas, though, which is good. If you're going Void Ray, 150 each, Mass Oracle can be pretty good at low levels as well. I mean, right now, there are 2 queens, and that's it for the anti-air for our Zerg player. So, I mean, a Mass Oracle play would do super duper well. Incredibly well, actually. Third Nexus on the way at 5 minutes. That seems a little bit early, but again, considering what the Zerg player did, it's perfectly reasonable. I just don't know that My Sick knows that's what's happening. No, he doesn't. He has no idea that's what's happening from the Zerg player. He just is expanding when he feels like it. He's got 2 Stargates, and he's done literally nothing with them at this point. This probe wants to do something else. A 3rd Stargate with which to do nothing. Come on, man. You have to build some... Is that a fleet beacon? Is this a carrier rush? Ooh. Ooh. I could like this. +1/+1 melee coming in from Prometheum. Dude, Masslings can be okay, but after a certain point, and especially if the Protoss is going Stargate, they're mostly useless. So again, I don't really feel great about the Zerg player in this game, Infestation Pit, but it is a lower level match, so really anything goes. I'm not ruling anything out. It's kind of what's fun about Into the Void in that way. Again, nothing coming up from My Sick right now. He only has 38 probes, which is a problem. He's double pumping them, and he's got 3 bases. He's got 4 assimilators now working on... Okay, he's got a 5th and working on a 6th. So he's going to have a lot of gas here. Our Zerg player is just straight up coming in with the lings right now, holding map control at this point. There's no way And there's no way our Protoss player can move out. These Lings could knock down this third base. There are 2 cannons defending it. That's it. Could knock down the natural base. There are 2 Zealots and 3 cannons defending it. But that's it for the Protoss player as far as defense goes. Now he has some Void Rays, which are not great at killing Lings. They're not fast at killing them, but they do a great job of it because the Lings can't shoot up. Is this... Wait a second. That's a Hive. Out of Promethium, Hive is done, and Adrenal Glands is on the way, working on +2/+2 for these Lings. So it is a mass Ling Baneling attack with Overseer in case there are Dark Templar. 4th base on the way from Promethium, sending more drones down to take a 5th base right next door to the natural base of my Sick. Holy smokes, this dude's expanding. Oh, double. Okay, he's quadruple expanding right now, you guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's got 7 bases now. They're under construction, the 4 through 7. Yeah, 4 through 7 under construction, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Holding it with Lings and Banes. He has no idea what his opponent is doing, which seems like a bit of a problem. Hydralisk Den on the way from Promethium, getting an Ultralisk Cavern as well. He's got 45 drones compared to 62 probes from my Sick, which is, again, is a problem for the Zerg player. You need more drones than this if you're going to mine on 7 hatcheries. No, he's not making any more drones. He feels pretty happy with the number that he has. He's undersaturated on his natural. He's undersaturated on his 3rd base. He basically has 0 workers in any of his other expansions right now as they just popped. And it's just so many Zerglings. 170 Zerglings, 12 Banelings, 51 drones, 161 to 120 total supply. The Zerg player's up. It's just none of his stuff can shoot up at the moment. Working on +3/+3 for his Lings at 11 minutes into this game. All right. Meanwhile, in Protossville, we have 5 Stargates happily pushing as many Void Rays as they possibly can make, working on +3 air weapons. And here we go. Lings rolling into this 3rd base of my Sick and just destroying it. Adrenal Glands is done. +2/+2 Lings do a lot of damage with Adrenal Glands. The Void Rays are here, but the Lings are faster than the Void Rays. And there's a carrier here as well, which is fine. The Lings do get held up on these Zealots for about 3.8 seconds and then move into the natural base here. So, yeah, this natural base is completely toast as well. Void Rays and carriers. Can they kill these Lings before things get too bad here? I mean, they're doing pretty well. A lot of dead Lings. 73, 74, 79. We're up to 100 right now. I mean, a lot of dead Lings are going after this main Nexus, but every single one of these Zerglings is going to die. Their numbers are falling precipitously. I mean, what are we down to? We're down to 50. We're down to 50 Lings. We had about 200 there. Mysix says, sheesh. Actually, he says, jeesh. Jeesh. Cybernetics core going down. Is it time to move? Mysix says, it's time to go. I've lost all of my Nexuses. I could rebuild, but no. To heck with it. Let's move out. 9 Hydras on the way. I'm not sure if 9 Hydras is enough to deal with 13 Void Rays and 2 carriers. I'm going to go with no. I'm going to go with no on that one. Rebuilding his main Nexus. Good job, my Sick. Don't just move out and forget your stuff back home. Replanting his Nexus at the natural as well. He only has 4 probes, which is a bit of a problem. Does he have any observers to kill creep tumors? I don't think our Protoss player does. No, he kind of skipped the detection route. So here we go, Void Rays, swinging on into the main base of Promethium. Lings, of which there are a bunch remaining. 30 of them. Some Void Rays left remaining at home, some cannons here as well, trying to assist with the effort of thinning out the Ling count. Cancel that Nexus, cancel the main Nexus. Alright, didn't cancel the main Nexus. Void Rays not using prismatic alignment, even though they could, doesn't matter. The Hive is gone. Hydralisk Den under direct assault here as well. Actually killing Broodlings first of all, which does not seem a priority, but whatever. At this point in time, yeah, we're base racing it. We are base racing it right now, ladies and gentlemen. Hydras and Lings here in the main base of my Sick. Oh, 3rd Nexus being replaced very sneakily by my Sick. The Hydra is walking past, do not see it, as they are on the low ground natural base of Promethium, going to die as well. This just feels very appropriate. Right, very appropriate for the StarCraft 2 lore, where the Protoss come out of orbit and just burn away the Zerg infestation on whatever planet they find it on, trying to take down cocoons. Oh, and then, was that a swarm host? A swarm host came out and immediately died at this natural base. So what do we even have here? 35 Hydras. Oh, 35 Hydras, 18 Lings versus 2 carriers and 13 Void Rays. 4, 12, 14, 18, 8, 17 kills on these Void Rays, 20 and 12 on the carriers here. It's a lot of dead, it's a lot of dead Lings. is what it is. 8 Overlords in production for Prometheum right now. He's trying to get out of this severe supply block that he's in. Well, it's not that much of a supply block, 117 out of like 110. Now he has 158 available supply, but he keeps losing stuff. This, I want to call it a 5th base, and that's it. Oh, the Nexus got found. The Zerg player found the final Nexus, and the Zerg player wins this one. It really helps he had bases all across the map here. Again, probably could have benefited the Protoss player to leave some defense behind. I don't know. That's a lot of Hydralisks, you guys. That's 24 plus 8 is 32 plus 3 is 35. 35 Hydras. Did I count that right? Yes. 35 Hydras on the ground with plus 2 armor against this many Void Rays. Against 13 Void Rays and 2 carriers. Yeah, you know what? I think the Zerg player had this. I think he had it. The Protoss player just left the Zerg player alone for too long. The Lings ran in, did way too much damage. Way too much damage. Way more than they should have. A wall would have been nice, honestly. But you know what? Sometimes walls are for sissies. All right, so that's it for Game 4. We'll be back with Game number 5 in just a second. Game number 5 of the One Trick Wednesday compilation will be between Mini Titan and Pootser Noise on Honor Grounds, the latter edition. I should really read these names before I try to call them live in these situations, but I don't. In the bottom left side of the map of Honor Grounds, we have the red Protoss player, Mini Titan from AZK. And at the top right side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player. It is Pootser Noise. That's how I should have said that. Sir means under or on top of? I think it's on top of in French. But Surnoise, also surname. Wait, last under? I don't know. My French is really, really rusty. Anyway, it's Pootser Noise, the blue Protoss player. So PvP made it into the One Trick Wednesday compilation. Interesting to see how this one is going to work out. And as is tradition here, we're going to speed things up a little bit because we really only care about the base race. Like, tell me if I'm wrong here, but we really only care about the base race portion of these games. Although somebody is cannon rushing. Who's making a forge? You? Pootser Noise is making a forge. He's scouting. Does not see anything yet. Notices there's a probe from the red player also scouting that area or leaving anyway. I guess he can't take anything for granted. And we'll come to the right location here in the bottom left very, very shortly. So is it going to be... we're going to scout the forge as Mini Titan. Going to see the early forge, but also see a cyber core and a gateway. So it's not like a super crazy cannon rush, but maybe going to try it anyway. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a 1, 2, 3 try. Nope, not going to do it. All right, so probe just has an early forge for reasons. The Zealot chasing a scouting probe around inside Pootser Noise's main base. We call him Poot for now. Just reminds me of a little bit too much of Poot. Oh, has a cannon for defense. All right, so maybe that was for defense. The probes pull off the line and kill one of their own species there. We have a really sneaky proxy pylon over here from Pootser Noise, ninja pylon rather. Along this left side, what are you hiding? Says Mini Titan. That's right. What is he hiding? Where's that higher tech structure that you're expecting to see? The answer is it's a Stargate. It is a Stargate, but I think we already have a Stargate. Already have a Stargate for Mini Titan. It's a Void Ray. Although supply blocked, so it's not actually creating right now. 2 pylons are on the way to remedy that situation, and there we go. Void Ray in production right now for Mini Titan. Forge getting +1 attack for Pootser Noise. He's got Stalkers for defense, which is pretty much what you want if your opponent is going Stargate early. Was that scouted? That was not scouted by the blue Protoss player. He does not know that anything is coming from the sky, but having Stalkers works out in the end. So Void Ray Stalker here from Mini Titan. I kind of like this. I kind of like it more than the standard PvP, which is mostly a lot of Immortals and Stalkers and Disruptors and things for the most part. And here we come. Oracle sneaking in. Going to try to kill a few of these probes. The Stalkers, make sure that doesn't happen. The Void Ray assists with it, and the Oracle of Mini Titan, or Oracle of Pootser Noise rather, is killed. Pootser Noise is killed. 4 probes exchanged for an Oracle. Resources lost, 200 minerals for the red Protoss player, and 300 total resources lost for Poot. 150, 150 for that Oracle. And here we go. Mini Titan moving across the map. This might be what we want to see here, as the army not necessarily home for Poot right now. They're kind of out here at the Zelnog Watchtower outside of the main base of Mini Titan. And yeah, I don't know if you want to go home from this situation. So here we go. Void Rays flying into this natural base of Poot. And are they going to use prismatic alignment? No, these are skinny beams. These are skinny beams here, and Stalker going for it. Stalker going for it from Poot Sur Noise. Natural base under direct fire from Poot. Stalkers and Void Ray at the front door of Mini Titan, though. And there are more production facilities here. That could be a big deal for our Blue Protoss player, Red. Losing 2 gateways just about immediately here, while this Nexus still lives for Poot. Oh, some Stalkers coming to the front door of Mini Titan, though. A couple Stalkers warping in for Poot, trying to deal with this. And actually do take down a attacking Stalker, but it is 3-1. And, oh, good job moving up there. Mini Titan could only attack with 1 for a minute, but another Stalker comes in. And picking off, there we go. Only 2 remaining on the attacking Stalker count, but no. Void Ray's assist, and now it is all red all the time inside the blue base. Probes trying to run away. Poot trying to chase them, but you know what? Just go for the base race. Go for the base race. Don't chase these probes. It's going to be your downfall is what it is. Probes fighting. They take down a Stalker. That was pretty good. Poot's defensive probes making a name for themselves. Stalker's out, though. Like every Stalker that Poot has made inside his main is completely gone. Void Ray is going after pylons to depower stuff. And it is now a probe versus probe fight. Come on, fight back, Poot. Fight back, Poot. No, he's running. He's running from the conflict. Stalker's here to defend, and here we go. Coming all the way back home is Poot here. I don't know if this is the right choice, but Stalker count is 8, which is pretty good against 3 Void Rays. Are they on? They do have Prismatic Alignment available. Are they going to use it? There it is. Prismatic Alignment comes right on up. Got to focus these Void Rays down, and the Stalker count getting pretty low, but Void Ray count is down to 1. Probes assisting here as well. Mothership Core helping for the Blue Protoss player, or the Red Protoss player. All the Void Rays are gone. There's only 1 Stalker remaining, and a Zealot for Mini Titan, or for Poot rather. Mini Titan does have a Mothership Core. Oh, and another Void Ray here as well. I think that's going to be all she wrote for Poot Sort of Noise. Mini Titan, I think, gets the win. What do we have back home here for Mini Titan? He has a Void Ray. He's got a Void Ray. He's got a Mothership Core who's attacking here as well. Mini Titan Void Ray is really having a great time with Poot's attempt at mining and attempt at rebuilding his broken and forgotten base. Void Ray has 4 total kills. Mothership Core with 7, and that's it. A good game out of Poot. Poot throwing out the OMG, and Mini Titan says, good game as well. I win to Plat. Does that mean he would have gotten promoted to Platinum if he'd won this game? Oh, that hurts. That's a hurtful feeling when that happens. Oh, now he's begging for wins. Never mind. Never mind. All of my respect for you just went out the window. All of my empathy for you is totally gone. No, Poot keeps begging. Is that it? Is that it for this game? You guys going to keep talking? That's going to be it for this game. I'm going to turn that off, let you continue to kill stuff, Mini Titan, as you chat with your opponent. Poot says, I want to get to Platinum. No, you can't get to Platinum on a win that your opponent gives you. Where's your self-respect, man? Gone. It's gone. That's where it is. All right, so that's going to be it. That's it. Poot's out. Mini Titan has left the game as well. We can bring the music and sound back up. That was a pretty good one. Pretty good one. A lot of Void Rays, lots of Stalkers, a lot of stuff died in the end. 3 Void Rays were lost for Mini Titan. Only 1 lost for Poot, but did he only make 1? Only made 1. All right, fine. Fair enough. Stalkers lost. 14 lost for Poot and only 6 for Mini Titans. So the Stalkers getting lost. Big deal. They're kind of spread out in smaller clumps for the Blue Protoss player, which is a problem. That kind of caused some issues as well. All right, so that's it for game number 5. We'll be back with game number 6 in just a second. Welcome back, StarCraft fans, to game number 6 of One Trick Wednesday. This is the base trade edition, and this will be a game between Senage and Cupac on Belshire Vestige, the latter edition. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the red Terran player. It is Cupac. And in the top left side of the map, the blue Terran player, Senage, which backwards is Jonas? It is Jonas backwards. Haha. You thought you could fool me with your backwards spelling, Jonas? No, I know who you are now. I know everything there is to know about you. Okay, so Cupac versus Jonas here, a TVT edition of One Trick Wednesday. This is our first game. Yeah, our first game with the Cyclones and the Marines and Marauders and stuff. That was a TVT. Okay, it's our second one, our second TVT of the setup, and we do have 2 SCVs moving across the map for Cupac. He's got something in mind, although he is making a barracks back home and walling off. So, I don't know. I don't know what he has planned. It's unless it's like a double factory or something. Reaper is on the way from Senage, and it is going to be proxy factory with a proxy supply depot from Cupac. I don't know. I don't really know what that's all about. SCV trying to scout from Sanage, being sent weird places because the front door is blocked. The pathing for SCVs trying to scout inside the main when they can't see it's blocked is really strange sometimes. Here comes our Reaper. See if we get some damage done. Hopping inside the main base, going right into this mineral line, and actually doing pretty darn well for himself. Already has 1 kill. Can he get more kills? Pretty good micro. All the SCVs coming off the line to try to deal with this dude. Are you insane? Marines chasing, and they get him. Second Marine does take him down. They only get one. Only got 1 SCV kill. Man, it is hard to kill stuff with Reapers, but yes, indeed it is. It is going to be Cyclones. Cyclones here from QPAC had to pull a lot of SCVs off the line to make that thing happen, make that defense happen. I mean, didn't have to. Kind of chose to. But they're back now. Double refinery. And basically a fully saturated mineral field will be in just a second. And here we go. Cyclones and SCVs walking right on up to the front door of Sanage. There are 3 Marines here against 2 Cyclones with SCVs repairing 2. This front door is not going to last for long. Extra damage. Extra damage versus armored is what these Cyclones can do. Are we going to go for the SCV surround? Trying to go for it, but they're dying so quickly as what they're doing. A 3rd Cyclone shows up. This is really bad. Really bad for the Blue Terran player, and so many dead SCVs. 7 dead SCVs. The Marines really just aren't a threat at this point. Oh, the tank comes out, gets taken down by the Cyclones, but the Cyclones are surrounded by SCVs and killed. The Marines making it happen there. Mules getting tossed out at the same time. Sanage not worried about it. Not worried about things at all. 21 to 22 total harvesters, even though 8 SCVs died in that attack. I mean, QPAC lost a couple because he brought some along to repair. Those died, obviously, and then the one back home from the Reaper attack. So, I mean, we're pretty close. 22 to 23 harvesters. QPAC is actually down. Cyclone here for QPAC versus 9 Marines. Nope. Not a battle you want to make here, QPAC, but I guess they try to kite them or something. Additional Cyclones are building for QPAC. He's not giving up on this strategy, man. He's going to keep doing this thing until it stops working. Expansion on the way from QPAC inside his main base. 3 Cyclones versus about 8 Marines, and again, Cyclones do a lot better in this situation than I would expect. Their DPS is just so high. Even against non-armored units, they're just absolutely DPS machines. That's just 3 damage every 0.1 seconds. I mean, that's incredibly fast is what it is. Lock-on ability used on this orbital command that is trying to run away. Sanos is trying to save it. 3 Marines showing up to save the orbital command, and they get it. Turn around and fight QPAC. I know one of your Cyclones is hurt, but the other one's not. There are only 3 Marines. Never mind, though. Additional Cyclones on the way. QPAC spending his money pretty well. I mean, his gas anyways being... look at this. Look at the difference here. It's basically mineral starvation for Jason. Lot of gas. Jason? Jonas? And a lot of minerals and starving for gas is QPAC here. He should really bring an SCV up and repair the Cyclone with 6 kills. He's a war hero, man. Should repair that guy. Ooh, Marauders? I don't know. Marauders are armored. A tank is here as well with Marines. A pretty good composition out of Jason. I keep saying that. It looks like Jason to my dyslexic brain. I don't have dyslexia, but sometimes I think I have some of the symptoms of it. From Jonas or Sanage. Those are my options here. No, there is no Jason in this game, Falcon. 0. 0 whatsoever. The scouting SCV for Sanage here, trying to block the landing of this orbital, or this command center. Does give his life in the process. SCVs that kill him are blocking the command center further, and then it finally lands. Cyclone count is up to 5. We've got 1 more on the way for QPAC. Are we steadying in here? I feel like we're steadying in here just a little bit. Marines, Marauders, tanks heading over. There have to be some factories over here, says Sanage, and indeed there are. Killing one of the Cyclones. Cyclones trying to stand in against this army. Again, so many dead Marines. So many dead Marines whenever they fight against Cyclones. With Marauder and tank support, I feel like they do better, but just small groups of Marines just get eviscerated by these dudes. 7 kills on our severely injured Cyclone right now. So many Marines and Marauders, though. This is a lot of Marines. That is going to be 15 Marines. We've got 7 Marauders and a tank and a Widow Mine threatening these 2 factories of QPAC. Going for it. Going for it is Sanage, and then never mind as the Cyclones come in and kill a couple more of those Marines. Trying to bait the Cyclones into the tank fire and into this Widow Mine, but I don't know how much QPAC wants to go in there. In fact, I don't think he does at all. Whew, excuse me there. You didn't hear anything, but that was an excuse me. Cyclone count still continuing to increase. There are 9 of them now. Can they win this battle? Is the question of the day. I'm not entirely sure that they can. Going to speed it up as neither player seems interested in really forcing the issue at this point. Sanaj is waiting for his entire army to show up before taking out these factories, and coming around the other side is QPAC trying to come out the back. Surprise attack! Nope, did not work out. Several of the Cyclones died, but they have more. There's no saving the factories, dude. It's just time to go is what it is. Is it base race time? Is it base race time? Do it. Do it, man. The whole army is out away from the main base for Sanaj. You can do this thing. Factory does manage to lift and fly for QPAC. He has another expansion along this bottom side of the map. His third is on the way, and here come the Cyclones. Moving on. Checking for a third base for Sanaj. They do not see one here. I mean, this is a potential third base location, not necessarily the best one, but potential. Continuing to check for expansions for his opponent. Not seeing anything at all. Zero scouting. Fusion core on the way from QPAC. Oh, all right. Could we battle cruiser follow up here? I would be 100% on board with that. Do it. Starports. There are 2 starports here. 2 more under construction. Both starports have tech labs. Come on. Come on, battle cruisers. The army's moving in for Sanaj, though. He smells blood. He smells blood in the water. The cheesy strategies of QPAC will soon be punished, says Sanaj. It is time to go. Is it battle? Oh, Yamato cannon on the way. Weapon refit and the first battle cruiser in production for QPAC. Yes. Yes, here we go. All right, so Marines, Marauders, tanks, Widow Mines. Very standard composition out of Sanaj. Moving out across towards the red area. Marines and Marauders have stim. There's only a single medevac here, but it doesn't really matter. The natural base for QPAC is gone. It's gone. All the SCVs die. And the main base, the DPS for Marines and Marauders is sometimes surprising, even still now. At this point in time, Cyclones taking fire from a tank. They take out the tank. Some Marines and Marauders come from behind as well. The Cyclones handle them pretty darn handily at the same time. And there are only 2 Cyclones remaining. Don't run away. You got concussive shelled. Oh, a tank here as well. Looking super bad for QPAC. But he pulled the army away. Sanaj came all the way back home to try to deal with that. And now we have battle cruisers on the way. +1 vehicle and ship plating is being researched. Tank setting up for Sanaj here at the 3rd base of QPAC. Destroying that one extraordinarily quickly and forcing it to lift off. Regardless, Marines and Marauders taking out the refineries here, which doesn't really matter. I mean, wasting your time here in the situation is not what you want. But natural base is gone for QPAC, and his 3rd base is gone as well. So our Red Terran player needs to do something. Walking into a bunch of Marines, not necessarily how you want to do this thing, as it turns out. So battle cruiser count is currently 2. Am I right about that? That's pretty much it. 7 Marines and 2 battle cruisers out of QPAC. He says, well, that does it. He says, is it? Do you want to finish? Says QPAC, which sounds a little dirty. Actually, ooh, tactical jump into Jason's main. Oh, here we go. Offensive GG out of Sanaj here. Did I say Jason again? It's Jonas. It is Jonas. He scouts the battle cruisers. And there it is. Tactical jump into the natural main base of Jonas. Battle cruisers partaking in the base race action here. Going after what? Going after SCVs, going after this orbital command, trying to kill things. Did he go? Jonas sending some of his army back and some of his army in to kill things. Jonas is playing this too smart, man. It's base race time is what it is. Alright, so starport gone. Battle cruisers, there are 3 of them. I like the battle cruiser, but against this many Marines, it's just not going to happen. I mean, the battle cruisers are kind of actually holding their own. The Marines are trapped. The Marines are trapping themselves behind these barracks, and oh my gosh, is this working for QPAC? This is actually working for QPAC. Oh no! Oh no, Jason! Sanaj, Jonas, another battle cruiser joins the battle for QPAC. This is turning out a lot better than I expected it would for the Red Terran player. Marines and Marauders are still here in the main base of QPAC, though, and they are mad. They are angry. Their brethren have died back home. They're going to kill all the SCVs that are here, forcing a liftoff for QPAC. QPAC running for his life. 4 battle cruisers going to town on Sanaj's main, on Jonas's main, and I don't know if there's enough to kill these things. There are 28 Marines on the ground for Sanaj. Where are they? Oh, they're here. They're here at the natural base. All right, that makes sense. Makes sense you'd want to be here. You know what would be really good is some missile turrets. Oh, there's one. There is one. 5 missile turrets actually coming up here. Here come the Marines. Is the cooldown done for these battle cruisers? They could tactical warp out if they wanted. They're in trouble. They're in trouble, but they're standing in anyway. Yamato cannons firing on the medevacs. One of the battle cruisers sacrificing itself to make that happen. Another one does end up dying. There's only 2. Only 2 remaining versus very, very injured Marines. Only 4 or 5 of the Marines out. Can this battle cruiser survive? And he does! With 22 kills and 79 hit points. The other battle cruiser has 13. Oh my gosh. Is QPAC going to win this thing? There are still 7 Marines out there. This natural base is still mining. Still mining for Jonas, mind you. He can still produce things. He has a couple barracks here as well. QPAC needs to kill this natural base is what he needs to do. I just don't feel like he can afford to wait here. Yeah, killing that armory is totally fine. Killing the engineering bay, fine as well. SCVs coming in. Oh my goodness. QPAC brought an entire command center up here with it. SCVs inside it, and he's going to repair the wounded battle cruiser. Okay. All right, I like what I'm seeing here. Additional Marines in production for Sanaj, though. And that count is getting high. Once again, battle cruisers, he's not making any more. QPAC is not making any more of those. He's got flying starports, the top side of the map. Does QPAC is accidentally scouting, perhaps on purpose, scouting Jason Sanaj's sneaky third base is under construction right now, and flying an orbital command over to another location is Sanaj. All right, 2 battle cruisers and 5 SCVs versus the world right now. I just don't know. I just don't know if this is going to work out for QPAC. Marines on the ground again, not in optimal positions to battle this high ground for QPAC, making a difference. Sanaj is not supply blocked despite the fact that he's lost a lot of supply depots. It's okay. Ooh, he's trying to kill these barracks. I like this. Killing barracks means fewer Marines for him to deal with later on. Factories, Yamato cannons firing on missile turrets. Oh, that reminds me of Brood War so much. Using Yamato cannon to take out missile turrets with battle cruisers, it was a tradition. It was a tradition for me when I was playing Terran, which I did. I mean, it's pretty good with all 3 races. And by pretty good, I mean it was fun to play against my friends with all 3 races. Not that I was amazing. Here we go. Overstimming a little bit. Are these Marines? Are there any medevacs to heal them? There's one. Again, great positioning out of QPAC here. Only a few Marines can attack at a time. The Marauders coming in, providing absolutely no benefit whatsoever for Sanaj, and then tactical warping back to the SCVs where they're going to repair 39 and 23 kills on these battle cruisers. I mean, to steal something from Black TV, those are LeVar Burton cruisers, you guys. They are amazing stuff. Marauders trying to kill the SCVs, lift off the command center, lifting off the command center. 2 SCVs remain inside the command center. This is absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. Battle cruisers, come on. Don't worry about the Marauders. Come kill this natural base. Oh, the 3rd base mining for Sanaj, though. 4th base mining for Sanaj as well. These battle cruisers have their work cut out for them. I just don't know how they're going to do this. I don't see it working very well. Again, more Marines dying. 30 and 46 kills on these battle cruisers. Marauders dying just because they're wandering too close to the battle cruisers, I suppose. Another handful of Marines down here. 9 of them. I don't think 9 is enough. This +1 armor really helping QPAC, I want to say. He doesn't have any detection to deal with these Widow Mines, so he takes a shot from a Widow Mine, but again, a lot of HP on a battlecruiser. 550. It doesn't hurt them that much unless there are a lot of Marines on the ground to augment that. And again, not enough Marines. Unfortunately, just not enough. Medevac out of energy to heal those dudes, and they're all dead, burning on the ground next to the flowers. It's a nice place to die if you have to die, but 38 and 61 kills now on the battle cruisers. The natural base under direct assault from Jason. Widow Mine fires. Oh no, battle cruiser down to 15 hit points. You need to repair. You need to repair right now. Trying to follow with the command center with the SCVs inside. Widow Mine takes out the battle cruiser. Oh no. Final battle cruiser for QPAC is here. Landing starport. Making tech labs. He can make a couple more battle cruisers out of these starports. He's not dead yet. Oh, he's not dead yet. And all right, so 3rd base by Sanaj is in shambles, but 4th base happily running. A 5th base being established as well for Senaj. This game is absolute insanity. I don't know where to call it right now. More Marines coming in. A couple Ravens for QPAC. Oh, augmenting. He wants detection is what he wants. He's really sick of these Widowmines causing problems. The Widowmine that severely injured his battlecruiser, and then the other one that killed the battlecruiser. Just bad. It was bad news overall there. All right, some Marines on the ground with medevac support, as we've seen all day from Senaj. There are 8 of them. How are their upgrades, actually? If we check that, +1/+1's done for them, so they're good. They have stim. They have combat shield. They don't have combat shield. All right, that could have helped immensely in some of these battles, having combat shield on all of those Marines, but QPAC is happily mining with his 2 SCVs on 1 base here, and kind of the top, middle, 4th base-ish location for Senaj has now been taken over by QPAC. Ravens flying directly into missile turrets and might actually lose one of them missile turrets, but doesn't, and auto turret takes down a missile turret. That's a free kill. Free kill for this Raven. Excellent job getting refineries for additional gas. He's completely out of gas as QPAC right now. He needs to mine some, but guess what? Do the Marines know this base is here? Well, they do now. Here they come, going after it. Come fight me, say the Marines, picking off one of the Ravens immediately. Oh, these Marines, it might be the end of it for QPAC, lifting off the starports. Get out of their starports, run. The final command center for QPAC is on fire and burning. Just go kill Senaj. Go kill it, man. What are you doing? Any SCVs remaining? No SCVs remaining for QPAC. If he lands the command center, I think he's dead. QPAC says it's burning. It burns, and that's a good game mate out of QPAC. So many blue bases around the map right now for Senaj. That's it. Very, very good game. And that's it. Senaj is victorious, and QPAC is out. Dang, that was a good game. That was really, really fun, but it's not the last one. It is not the last base race game. I guess that count was kind of a weird one. Sort of a weird one, but hey, I liked it anyway. Okay, so one final game for me from Falcon Paladin for this One Trick Wednesday, and we will also announce the next One Trick Wednesday from there, and we'll be back in just a second. Final base trade of this One Trick Wednesday will be between Skahil and Neo Shaggy on Belshire Vestige, the Ladder Edition. In the top left side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Skahil, who I believe I've cast before. And in the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player. It is Neo Shaggy. Which means new Shaggy, which, I mean, the old Shaggy is dead or something. We're talking to Shaggy from Scooby-Doo? Is that what we're talking about here? Seems entirely possible. Again, speeding it up, especially since this is a lower level game. This is going to be, I believe, a silver versus silver base race. Another Zerg versus Protoss on this map. Again, spawning locations the same and colors the same from the game we saw previously, just different names. Different names indeed. Hatch first out of Skahil, very different from the pool first into scout everything into double expand. Our previous Zerg player attempted on this map. Stealing the gas is Neo Shaggy. It's not like Skahil wanted to go double extractor at this point anyway. I just don't know what that accomplishes unless you want to see an assimilator covered in goop. Which, you know what, if that's your thing, I'm not going to judge you for that one. It does have a forge, but using it for a defensive cannon is Neo Shaggy, so that's totally fine. Double assimilator back home. Finally making a cybernetics core, which is delayed because he made a forge, because he made a cannon. Which, I mean, I don't know. I don't see any early aggression coming from Skahil necessarily. He's got a spawning pool, but he hasn't made any lings out of it. Is that the case? That's absolutely the case. No Zerglings. No Zerglings, period, here from our Zerg player. Nexus on the way from Neo Shaggy, expanding behind this. Hasn't quite walled off, which seems like a problem if you're worried about Zerglings. This wide gap on the left side of this main, or this natural base, seems difficult to hold. Queen trying to knock down an assimilator. Still no Zerglings. Still no Zerglings out of Skahil. Just droning. Has 27 right now. Working on him 3 at a time. His natural base is totally up. Got spore crawlers in each of his mineral lines, which, you know what? If you're playing blind, do it. Just do it. It's target opening from Neo Shaggy anyway, so hey. Makes a ton of sense. Makes a ton of sense to me. Lings heading on down to the south. Lings finally showing up to the battle, and 2 adepts and a cannon. If the Lings want to attack, 2 cannons now. If the Lings want to attack this, they're going to have a hard time, but if they just kind of do a run by right down this bottom side, along the back side, avoiding the cannons entirely, well, for the most part avoiding the cannons, it could be bad news for Neo, but again, silver level game. I don't expect really to see that happening here. Lings hanging out at the center zone like a watchtower. Well, one of the center ones, the one in the bottom left-ish corner. Baneling nest here for Skahil. Okay. Alrighty then. Lings sneaking on. Oh, so many Banelings. 15 Banelings coming in from Skahil. Gonna try to Baneling bust the Protoss, which, I don't know, there's a Void Ray in the sky, so that seems difficult to pull off. But here come the Slowbanes waddling in here, and Gablooey killing a cannon and 2 pylons and a forge, depowering a gateway and depowering a cannon. The Void Ray is like, what has 1 kill now, 2 kills? What just happened? This Adept has seen some things, man, watching her friend die. She's down to 12 hit points and might die, except the Lings completely ignore her and go after these probes instead. The probes fight. No, probes, no! Don't fight. Just more of you will die in that situation. The Lings running up to the main base now. There's a single cannon here, but against this many Zerglings, shouldn't do much, but it's enough to make them retreat. Wow, these Lings actually get murdered there, trying to take down the Adept, who has 3 kills to her name, and again is battle-scarred, but battle-hardened, and will not allow this to make her retire early or die or anything like that. 14 drones in production right now for Skahil. 14 at once for this dude. Now he is suddenly up to like 50 harvesters at 6 minutes, which is actually pretty good for Silver. Baneling attack, let me see how many. 8 probes killed, 47 to 32 harvesters now, 25 Lings and 4 Banelings died. I don't know. Resources lost will tell us a story. 1,600 for the Zerg and about 1,300 for the Protoss. So, again, pretty cost efficient. Baneling busting Protoss just doesn't... I don't know. I don't like it. I've tried it in the past. Doesn't seem to work out for me. Fleet Beacon on the way from Neo Shaggy. More Void Rays on the way. This is looking very much like the first EVP we cast, which turned into kind of a Sky Toss versus Ling thing. 4 Queens on the ground for Skahil, though. Queens need to take down the Void Rays. They need to kill the Void Rays first. Don't even worry about the Adepts. You can make some Lings for that. Dude, you have so many larvae and so much money. You're not making any Zerglings at all to assist with this thing. Time Warp is up. Transfuse being used fairly well from Skahil, and he manages to force the Void Ray player away with his Queens. What was that? Skahil making absolutely 0 reinforcing units. Queens would have been, Lings would have been immensely important there. Taking out the Adepts, getting us around on them, at least making the Adepts focus on something other than the Queens. But 3 Queens, man, with Transfuse is enough to force these Void Rays away. 5 kills on one and 0 on the other. He's a Disciple. Come on, man, step up your game. Step up your game. Checking to see if he wants to make a 3rd base as Neo Shaggy. He does. He feels like taking a third base up and earning for Skahil. 55 to 34. Total harvesters out of scale. He made those 14 drones and kind of just stopped, which is, I think, a problem for a lot of low-level players, as they're not sure when to drone and when to tech, and you just kind of have to do both at the same time if you want to be a high-level player. I've decided macro hatch on the way from Skahil. He wants to spend all these minerals he has, which is a good impulse. He has 5 larvae, which is not a lot. Is he injecting? He's injecting fairly well here. This Queen of the Third is not injecting. Now she is. Good on you, Skahil. Way to go. Way to go. But it's Carriers and Void Rays, oh, the live long day out of Neo Shaggy. He has 4 cannons defending his natural base right now, which is pretty darn fun. Pretty darn fun. Void Ray, Fleet Beacon, 3rd base just about complete out of Neo Shaggy as we speed things up once again. Coming in close to the 9-minute mark, and there it is, the 9-minute mark, and we're almost time to announce the next One Trick Wednesday. Void Rays, Adepts, Carrier heading up to the north here. This is a lot of stuff out of our Protoss player. I like what he's got. I like what he's showing me here. Drone trying to transfer down to expand, I suppose, for a 4th. Gets murdered. Neo Shaggy checks to make sure a base does not already exist in that location, and it does not. Roaches for Skahil. All right. Roaches it is. This is not going very well at all. But here comes a Queen Roach drop from Skahil at the main base of Neo Shaggy. What is this? So many Queens. What? Void Rays and Carriers having a wonderful time back at the Zerg base, though. Nothing really opposing them because all the Queens are here. I don't see this working for the Zerg player at all. It's a good attempt. It is a really good attempt, but Queen DPS, it just does not compare to Void Rays and Carriers. I mean, Adepts aren't great either, but it's just really the Void Rays that are going to be doing most of the heavy lifting here. So many drones are dying here inside the main base. Phoenix taking out Overlords as well. The Queens are doing their darndest. They don't have any upgrades, though. They do get the Fleet Beacon. They're going after the Warp Gate. They're trying to kill a Stargate. It's just so slow. If it was just all roaches, I'd feel better about it, but they did need the anti-air. They did need that. 10 Spore Crawlers in production for Skahil at his third base. He's going to defend with Spore Crawlers until it is the end of time. Also double expanding on this. I like what he's doing. He's got a lot of minerals. Might as well expand. He only has 16 drones remaining. A lot of them have been killed. 37 have been lost thus far. Main base still trying to be taken down. Nice Skahil here. Hooray, the Nexus falls. Hooray, the Cybernetics core falls. There's a cannon trying to murder some things. And can it kill? And he does kill a roach before it dies. That's nice. That's nice to have some fulfillment. Oh, and Resonating Glaives finishes just in time. Just in time before it's going to die. Probably at 30 seconds before it dies. That Resonating Glaives upgrade is completely done. Void Ray is going after Extractors here at the natural base. The third base, here it is. Adepts. Pretty much Adepts need to do this alone because there are literally 14 Spore Crawlers here at the third base. So here we go. Adepts walk in, they kill a Queen. Adepts trying to kill yet another Queen. Mothership Core tries to walk into the Spore Crawlers and dies. Drones trying to defend here as well. It's just not going to happen. Adepts, I mean, their DPS against buildings is not good, but with Resonating Glaives, increasing their attack speed by 45%, it's very useful. It is. Oh, now it's Queens against a million cannons. Oh, the natural base of Neo Shaggy has 8, 9, 10, 11 cannons with several more on the way. Yeah, not looking good. Not looking good for Skahil. Perhaps back into the Overlords. Here we go. Back into the Overlords. Adepts getting rid of every single Spore Crawler at this third base. The fourth and fifth bases of Skahil are up, but he only has 7 drones remaining. Replacing his own spawning pool, which is a super duper, super bad feeling. I mean, Queens, there you go. Get inside the Overlords. There's enough room for all of you because some of you have died in the previous battle. Adepts, don't worry about Extractors. Focus down Spore Crawlers. Phoenix flies in. Yes, there are still Spore Crawlers. Says the Phoenix, don't send me on suicide missions anymore. There we go. Focusing down. Spore Crawlers killing... Is that a drone? Might have been a drone. I don't know. Either way, Spore Crawlers are absolutely going to town right now. By going to town, I mean dying. Going to Death Town. Adepts clearing out this fourth base that Skahil was trying to mine from, but he's down to 11 drones now. His fifth base is here. He's got a lair on the way. I just don't know how this works necessarily. Oh, Queen's dropping behind the natural base of Neo Shaggy, killing a bunch of probes. Actually, cannons are mostly on the north side of this base, but they can't really do much to defend the probes down at the bottom side. So third base is completely undefended. Okay, there's one cannon here. There's one cannon and one more on the way. Neo Shaggy recognizes I'm a little bit vulnerable at my third, and just as he thinks this and makes cannons, the Queens show up. Down, 1 cannon down, 1, 2 cannons down, 3 cannons down. Spore Crawler infestation pretty much gone. There's still 2 here from Skahil, but they are going to lose creep and die pretty darn quickly. At the same time, Skahil on the left side has another base coming up. Basically, we'll call it his natural right now. Hydralisk down on the way. No. You don't want Hydras against Adepts, man. You really don't. Yes, they're good against the anti-air, but Adepts with Resonating Glaives are incredible against Hydras. Perhaps if you have Queen support, I don't know. Void Ray's coming in against the Queens. Here we go. Adepts on all sides lifting the Queens. Or a Queen, rather, is the Phoenix trying to do some work here. Transfuses keeping these Queens alive, using some of their shots on Adepts, which is kind of wasting it in my opinion, but oh no, focusing down the Queens, lifting Queens, taking them out of the battle entirely. Void Ray count is enough. The Zerg player in a ton of trouble. This Queen is spinning in circles trying to kill Interceptors, and that's going to be it. That is it. Drop Lords getting burned out of the sky by the Void Rays as well, and suddenly it's 87 to 22 total supply. Neo Shaggy has 27 to 14 Harvesters. Does this main base of Skahil's, it is not seen by the Protoss player. Are you kidding me? He doesn't know that it's here? He is sending some units to scout this natural base along the left side. He's going to find that one and take it down, which is super duper nice. More spine crawlers coming in for Skahil now. He's switched over from spores to spines with some Hydralisk support. But what's left? What's left for Neo Shaggy? He has 4 Void Rays and a carrier, which has 23 kills. Pretty good. 10 kills and 11 kills on the Void Rays. They have caught up. Hey, you did step up your game. Nicely done. Neo Shaggy throwing out the XD, which means you're laughing with your eyes closed. Skahil responds with the old-timey emoticon back from the old chat room days, which Some of you probably don't remember, didn't ever experience the old AOL chat rooms, and probably have never done AOL at all, which again is something that makes me feel extremely old. Are you still looking for this base? Dude, I'm gonna speed you up. Speed you up. This is our last game. We don't have time for these shenanigans. Come on, people have places to go, things to do, places to be. Void Ray coming on down. Dun, 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 dun. And they're gonna find it. All right, so they found it. There are some spore crawlers here. There are some spine crawlers here. There are some hydralisks here. All right, so adepts coming in from the bottom side. Adepts, there are a lot of adepts, actually. There are 29 adepts. Big number. Super big number here. Okay, they're setting up to come from 3 sides on the attack. I kind of like this. The adepts directly against the hydras. Exactly what you want there. Trying to come back here. Adepts from the top side. Adepts clearing out the hydras like they were meant to do so, and they absolutely were. Hydras are gone. Queens are gone as well, and that's it. A good game out of Skahill. Skahill with the GG, but not leaving the game. I was all ready to say was defeated, but not happening. Apparently he wants to do this to the bitter end. 3 Void Rays in the sky, and that's it. He's out. Neo Shaggy is your victor. And that's it for this final game of the One Trick Wednesday base race compilation. It's interesting. Got some definitely different games. Got to see battle cruisers, which is a lot of fun. I love that. A lot of Void Rays, surprisingly. PvPs, TVTs, ZVPs. We have any ZVTs? I don't think we had any ZVTs in this one. Did we? No, it was Lurkers versus Protoss, and it was Lings versus Protoss, and it was Hydra. Yeah, that's it. ZVPs, no ZVTs. Sometimes that's the way the cookie, that is the way the cookie crumbles. All right, so announcement for the next One Trick Wednesday, we have Infested Terrans only. It won by a single vote in the straw poll. Are you kidding me? Infested Terrans only, you guys. Send me your Infested Terrans only replays. You can only attack with Infested Terrans. You can defend with static defense. You can make queens for static defense, but you cannot move out of your base with anything but burrowed infestors or above ground infestors, whatever you want, dropped infestors, whatever you want, and Infested Terrans. So this is going to be a hard one. I mean, this is kind of up there with the Vikings only situation, but I hope some of the higher level players will be challenged by this, and we'll get it out there. So again, send them to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of One Trick Wednesday. You have 10 days from the time this post to get them in. Anything that comes after that deadline will not be considered for this cast. All right, so that's going to be it from Falcon Paladin for this One Trick Wednesday. Thanks so much for sticking around. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. Thanks to all those who have donated Patreon, especially recently. Again, even if it's just $1, I appreciate it so much. I will love you forever for choosing to support StarCraft 2 on YouTube. Is that it? YouTube, Patreon, Twitter. Yeah, that's going to be about it. As always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.